Hey, my name is Kayvon Young-Reaves, and I am a information technology, information systems double major at Coast Carolina University. I have a software engineering position in Shurian, that's in Nashville. But it's only because entry level. So I'm not as good as I want to be, but this is why I love this class because it gives me the experience. It gives me chances to develop my skills, technical, and create these cool projects. So let's take a look. So this project, I decided to look into machine learning and deep learning, and just basically artificial intelligence in a whole. Common misconception is it that machine learning and deep learning and artificial intelligence is all different things. No. Machine learning and deep learning are actually, in a sense, subsets of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence encompasses the whole thing. So, uh, just a few facts about machine learning and deep learning. Deep learning is really based off of the neurons in our brain. They're trying to create replicas, basically using neural networks to replicate our brain so that it can learn gradually. Machine learning does the same thing, but it's more based off of models that we can train to then think on its own. But you know, there's more facts into that, but I'm not about to go too deep into that. Um, this project decided to do text toxicity catcher. So basically, this text toxicity catcher is going to take a comment from a user. You can implement this in like group chats or any other type of web application that requires users to like put in information. So the basis of it is that, like I said, they'll put in the text. There was a model, or there's an external API that I'm using, and guess what? It's on Google. It's called. Let me look for it for you. Uh, what is it called? What is it called? I want to show y'all guys this. My bad. You can go on cloud platform. You can go to the console. Once you go to the console, you can see all your APIs and your API keys. Um, the one that I was trying to show you guys is this. Golly, can't even find it. Hold up. Uh, anyways, it's basically powered by Google. It's a Google API. Um, Nothing too serious. Just allows you to send some comments or words or text, and they will come up with a. You can specify your threshold, and if it goes over the threshold, then it'll come back negative or toxic, depending on your threshold. And if it's under, then it's all good. I'll just show y'all some of this code. I was using Material UI because I was going to use the component, but that doesn't matter. Axios, this package allows me to send HTTP requests, so this will allow me to communicate with that external API. I'm using React, and this is React Particles, which is basically a background. I'm not using React at all. So where am I at? Oh, I broke it. Hold up. Let me stop playing with stuff. Cool. So coming to my index, of course, this is simple. It just imports my index.css. This is basically where it loads the entire app. Nothing special here. Here's a little bit of CSS. To go around my image block. You'll see that later. I have a comment form in a text area. You'll also see that when it pops up. Nothing too special. Here's my form, my comment form component. So basically in React, you can use useState. And it almost slipped my mind. Basically it allows you to set the state of your component without having to use props. So here you can see my onSubmit function where I have comment and set comment as my constants. UseState is basically empty, not null, but empty, an empty string. And here when you submit, it will prevent it from going back to default. So then when you submit the comment that's being sent, here's the class name for my form, just a quick label. And here it is. Oh, and when it changes, it will set that comment to the value of the comment that's in my text box. Nothing special there. Here's just a little image, no bad words, letting the user know no bad words. But here's all the magic. As I said, we import Axios, so that we can communicate with this API right here. This is where I'm importing my comment form. I love Node. I love Node and JavaScript because you're able to import modules that way. Instead of everything having to be written in there, I'm still trying to learn how to basically compartmentalize my code. But here you can see where I'm creating the function to handle my comment submission. So whereas it will call this API right here and assign it this JSON, well, not JSON, but yeah, these objects right here, or just JSON. And you'll see it pop up in the console. Kind of grab this from Google API, but that's, yeah. But here is where I am printing out my object. As soon as I send that request, this is my request. As soon as I send a request, it'll call back or it'll bring back these values right here in my object. And then you'll see that print out. This is where I'm going to determine my user's intent. So my intent is basically that object or that request, the data within that request, and attribute scores. Attribute scores are right here. They're going to be populated with the values of what Google is going to send back to me as far as toxicity level, insult, flirtation, threat. You'll see all that later. And I let a valid comment be true, of course, because I'm not going to assume that they're already saying something negative. Hopefully not. Here's where I tap into my object and I get the keys. So I already have this intent. So I have to rewrite this whole thing right here. That intent is this. So my object keys is basically grabbing all of this right here. I did a for each, so it iterates through that key, and then within there, I assign my probability to the summary score of that value, or the value of the summary scores within my keys. My bad. And here's where you simply specify your probability or your threshold. So if it's above a 7.5, I'm going to flag it as false. No matter what. If it's under that, then they're good. If it's over or equal to 7.5, I'm gonna flag this false. And here I'm gonna let the user know that either they're, and this is a cool way to do a uh, not an if else, but not even an and or, but it's basically this question mark is like right now it's true, so it's good to go. But if it's not, like if it's false, then it'll do clean it up. Easy way to, it's a cool way to clean up your code. And then from here, you can also log it to the console. The same thing. Here's where I render my app, where particles you'll see for my background. Nothing too special there. And my comment list, where I will load my comment component and handle this this function right here. So you're ready to see it in action. Let's see. Ooh, that's not what I meant. Sorry for not having this up already. Ooh, that's not what I meant. Oh my gosh. And in React, you can just do npm start it up, and hopefully it doesn't break. Boom, loads it up. This is a text toxicity scanner. Please keep it clean, or I will know. No bad words. So I'm not gonna get too graphic on here. So I'm just gonna say, you suck at this game. Or if I want to get specific, making YouTube videos. Let's see if it catches it. Boom, clean it up. Now, remember I was mentioning that it was going to give me back an object full of values. Here you can see that object. And within here, you'll see the data. And I told you about the attribute scores. Boom. So you can see for flirtation, it was under the 7.5. For insult, it was a little bit close. I could probably lower my threshold. As far as threat, low threat, and toxicity, boom, it was very toxic. It caught that. I don't know which words it caught, but the model, caught it. And what's cool about this is that since it's a machine learning model, the more inputs I send to it, the more it's going to learn. So let's try a clean one. Great John on cycle. Oops. Cycle 6. Let's see if it catches it. Ha! And we're good to go. So let's check our new object out. Let's see. Low reflectation. We got low. Insult, super low. Threat, super low. And toxicity, super low. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. Kind of wanted to like work my way up in this class. I wish I could have did more with it, but it's a lot of research to understand how it works. But hopefully y'all learned something, and I'll see y'all later.